Hello, we are live today from the show at the NASGA show in Kansas City. And we've got Chris Dolnack is in town. Hi, Chris.
Hi, Danica.
So great to see you. Happy to have you in my hometown.
Thanks. It's awesome to be here. Great to see everybody in person.
Right. Yeah, it's so good to be back out at shows again.
Yep.
So since we're here, I just thought I'd catch up with you a little bit about what you're looking forward to at the SHOT Show for 2023. It'll be here before you know it.
Well, it's hard to believe it's almost November already. But yeah, we're really excited about some of the new features this year. I think one of the most significant is our SHOT After Dark program, where we're going to have a welcome reception on Tuesday night, opening night of the show, a free all-star jam concert featuring artists from Leonard Skinner and Montgomery Gentry, and then a networking reception the following evening, all outside at Caesars Forum Plaza. We're really trying to put more unique experiences for show attendees that they can only get at the SHOT Show. And we're just really excited to have the support of our board and our industry to put more fun back into the show and create more networking opportunities.
That's wonderful. You said you're really taking advantage of that space at the Caesars Forum, which this year was used earlier for the NFL draft. So kind of taking some ideas from that, right?
Yeah, it was an awesome setup that they had there for the NFL draft. And while our staging won't be quite as elaborate, it'll still be first rate. And we have some other features out there at the plaza as well, with the first time a cash and carry retail space that'll feature 20 exhibitors selling clothing items, accessories, non-firearms, non-ammunition products. So, because people like to come home with things. So we'll have that, as well as some outdoor concessions for food and beverage, a live archery range, demonstration range, so that buyers can try out the latest crossbows or compound bows. So yeah, we have a lot going on out there.
Yeah, that Plaza Space is really a nice space for outdoor. I don't know if everybody who's listening or watching has been to that space, but it's nice to be able to take advantage of the outdoor space. They have the roll-up doors that go into Caesars Forum, and there's just a big spot. So
yeah, we'll have a barbecue tent out there so people can get some fresh, and there's nice screens there, so you can also project on the side of the building. There'll be a lot to do for everyone. And then we're also putting in a second member lounge over at Caesars Forum, as well as moving our education there and expanding that.
Okay.
So got a lot going on.
Yeah, wonderful. In terms of the exhibit space and exhibits overall, how's that trending and tracking?
We're tracking 20% ahead of 2020, which is really encouraging. We grew from like 676,000 net square feet to 804,000 with the expansion to Caesars Forum. We have attendees from 90 countries registered already. To be tracking 20% ahead of our last pre-pandemic show is really encouraging. It's really gratifying to see the support from the industry.
So that's on the exhibitor side, right?
That's overall registration.
Great.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
So yeah, we're really happy. We were down about 20% last year.
Okay. So now you're looking 20% ahead
of 20 when we had around 55,000 people. So really encouraging, considering that what most shows are experiencing, in that your registration is coming later in a more compressed fashion.
Right.
But even our hotel room blocks have seen dramatic pickup tracking ahead. So
that's great news.
Really happy about that, because once you cancel a show and then you have one that's not quite as well attended, you kind of wonder, I think everyone's wondering, like, what's the next show going to be like? And to bounce back like that is just awesome.
So let's go back. Let's give people some history, because I think that's important, right, to have context. So 2020, you had a great show.
We did.
With 55,000 attendees. Total, you had a wait list of hundreds of companies, right?
Yes.
To get into the show. Then we have 21, which ended up getting canceled.
Correct.
Like you said, just the timing, Vegas wasn't, you couldn't hold an event of your size at that time, so you had no choice but to cancel your 21 event. And then 22, January 22, still you're dealing with, there was Omicron, right?
Yes, and mask requirement, that impacted attendance. as did the pandemic. We had,
Right.
exhibitors, close to 75 exhibitors that didn't want to occupy the booth, but we were fortunate in that they were willing to lounge the space and invest some money, creating comfortable, appropriately socially distant places for buyers to take a load off. We made lemonade when the world gave us lemons, and customers, for the most part, are back.
I think it sometimes is hard for people to remember, though. In some ways, it seems like a lifetime ago. Now we're sitting here at a show in Kansas City without travel restrictions, no masks. Those kind of things have disappeared. But in January, CES was right before you, right? And they were a dramatically smaller show, but they were the ones that said, we are going forward. We're not going to cancel. You did the same as well. There were people still canceling in January of 22.
I think the whole industry was cheering on CES because they're the biggest show and there's weather vane for the rest of the events industry. I was really glad to see that happen. There were some challenges with masks and whatnot, but we got through it. And while attendance was down, what we did hear after the second day from exhibitors was that the quality of attendee and the conversations that they were having were all worthwhile. So I think we learned something. We don't need to have 55 or 60,000 people to have a successful show. Maybe the experience for both attendee and exhibitors better if we were at 50,000 or 47,000.
We talked a little bit about this before we started the interview. Your role is Chief Customer Officer, right?
Yes.
So let's just talk real quickly about some of the things that you're doing to help your customers have a better experience. Because you guys really do invest in that process.
We do. We make a conscious investment through exhibitor education with our SHOT Show Exhibitor Academy, which is all done now by Zoom. Before we'd have a live event with 100 exhibitors there, and we average 300 people now. And it's a series lasts 6 months, twice a month, both partners as well as trade show consultants.
And exhibitors, helping them have a better experience from your show.
How to plan, how to get more why, everything from lead retrieval to pre-show promotion. And then we also invest in them by having one-on-one sessions with some of our consultants and the exhibitor. And after the first time we offered it, we were offering 15 sessions. Within a week after the first session, we were doing 60.
Wow.
So it's been really worthwhile. And I think that customers see that we're investing in their success and helping them to create a plan and not just show up, but what do you want to accomplish? What does success look like? It's remarkable how many exhibitors don't have a defined outcome.
It's helping them achieve those goals and reinvesting in them. Because I think a lot of people don't understand that it is a different experience. Marketing at a show and what your goals are, helping them be able to achieve those goals through your show and with a consultant, being with the Exhibitor Academy and things like an exhibitor toolkit.
Our agency, we have a really great exhibitor marketing toolkit, so they can do all kinds of pre-show and in-show promotion, as well as we have an exhibitor advisory council comprised of small, medium, and large exhibitors. And we saw a dramatic improvement, or I guess candidness, when we hired a consultant to be our facilitator. So instead of hearing how wonderful we were, we started hearing in aggregate what we could improve on. And that's invaluable.
It sounds like things are going great in terms of the show, but let's talk about some of the challenges that you might have in terms of with the visa issue, for example. So tell me what's going on there.
It's been incredibly difficult for some of our foreign attendees to even get appointments for visas. I mean, I'm talking as far back as June, being told that they couldn't get an appointment probably till February, and our show's in January. And for whatever reason, the administration has not restaffed those embassies to help positively impact commerce. We're trying to get U.S. products going out and getting foreign currency to come in. And it's incredibly frustrating. These customers want to come, they want to do business, but we're doing right by them. So if they can't get visas to attend the show, we're not going to cancel their booth. We're not going to penalize them with loss of priority points because it's not their fault. If they chose not to come, that's different. But since our government won't allow them to come spend their money, we're not going to penalize those customers.
Where are you having the most issues from? What are some of the countries that you're seeing that maybe you want to identify that we can, push upon the U.S. government and our representatives and senators to open things up?
Certainly Turkey. Turkey's been one of the, I don't know why. There are other countries that can't come here due to world circumstances, but Turkey's been a good trade partner and seems to have been a good ally over the years. But we're very hopeful that something will change. The lack of visas and personnel to process them is impacting other shows.
Right.
And probably major trade show destinations like Las Vegas
and Orlando,
and so it's perplexing.
Well, hopefully we can get that figured out, and maybe even with some new technology deployment. But I think raising the awareness of the issue is hopefully will help. And so thank you for doing that with me today.
You bet.
Anything else that you're looking forward to that you want to share with the audience in terms of other show organizers that are looking ahead to 23? Any advice or anything you're looking forward to?
Just welcoming all our customers and really just trying to learn how we can do an even better job providing them with a unique experience that gives them what they're looking for out of attending our events.
Great. I hope someday I can come to your show as well, maybe in 23.
That'd be awesome. Love to have you.
Yeah. Thank you, Chris,
Thanks,
for your time
Danica.
today.
I appreciate it.